G'day you guys, it's Jules here, and this is a shorter video than the other ones I'm doing. It's another replay reflection, but I'm focusing mainly on the draft because I think I haven't actually done much draft analysis, and it's something that definitely determines a lot over the course of a game. And I think it needs to be improved upon if we're to capitalize on or if it's going to allow us to play to the limit of our capacity. The drafts are going to be on point. So this was our game versus the Danger Zone for the Cyber Gamer ladder, and after the bans, the first ban is Earth Spirit, then into Death Prophet, and they go Invoker IO. So we ban Invoker IO, and so they pick up Witch Doctor first because they have first pick. And Witch Doctor, he's been favored recently, but we'll just talk about him, right? He's got a good team fight with the cask bouncing. That's a very good spell for team fights. He's got the Death Ward, which is a good team fight spell again, and he's got good sustain and damage over time with these two spells, sustain and here damage over time. And I just want to talk about their first two picks because I think it makes a point. They also pick up the Gyrocopter because he synchronizes well with Witch Doctor in that he's going to be running into team fights to do as much damage as he can with Rocket Barrage, Call Down, and Flak Cannon. And they synchronize quite nicely because of their ability to, just with the two of them, potentially take on 5 of the enemy team. I was very tired. I don't want to make excuses, but I don't think this draft for me was particularly great. We're playing on the Radiant, by the way, and I pick up Earthshaker first, and then I pick up Wind Ranger. And my reasoning, I'll tell you now, but I don't think it was worth it, honestly. I don't think it was as good as I thought it would be. And also these two heroes, Earthshaker is not something that we play a lot of, and Wind Ranger, jack of all trades sort of thing, kind of niche pickup. She can be an all-round pickup, but she's kind of a niche pickup in a lot of cases as well, because of her role. Anyway, the reason behind Earthshaker was because our long-range Fisher means we can cancel a lot of his channels or whatever, and it gives us counter-engaged team fight. The problem is that I wasn't considering farm. And the thing is about Witch Doctor, he's quite flexible. He doesn't really need farm to operate well. All you really need is a good position. And the same could be said with Earthshaker, but you got to capitalize. Witch Doctor can afford to be a very defensive hero. But I think Earthshaker, without I don't know. It's hard. I don't know if you would say he's a classically defensive support, but he's certainly not. As flexible as Witch Doctor. So in terms of first picks, I think this Earthshaker was it was overvalued, because I was like, oh yeah, the stun will be good against the Death Ward, but then all I'm thinking about is Death Ward, and all I'm thinking about here is Fisher. I'm not thinking about his requirements of a blink, and he's kind of a late game support. I think he's a late game teamfight support, kind of like Tidehunter. And I think honestly, he's the kind of hero who needs farm, like a third position farm, or basically a snowball lineup where you play pos 4 but you're constantly ganking, etc. And I don't think fighting into a Witch Doctor or constantly ganking into a Witch Doctor is very productive. We've seen it before when we're diving towers, and when we want to go aggressive and we dive towers, and if there's a Witch Doctor there, it can really cause a lot of havoc, because diving into a paralyzing cask and also a Death Ward is never a good idea, and also he's got the Voodoo Restoration. So anyway, that's why I think that was a bad pick. Could have been something better, more versatile. It wasn't versatile enough. I think that's the main point. The Wind Ranger was alright, but I don't think I don't think these two heroes together created a very good. It didn't create a flourishing sort of situation for the whole draft overall. The Wind Ranger was picked up because the Wind Ranger is good against the Ward, and the Shackle Shot also nice long range disable, just like the Earthshaker. And the Focus Fire, obviously she's a good tower pusher, but the thing is that they're going to be sitting back. These two heroes, Gyrocopter wants to farm stacks, and Witch Doctor, he wants levels. So I think already we can tell that they're setting up for some sort of team fight lineup, but We don't know exactly what they're going to pick up. Like, look here, they banned Spectre and Slardar because both these two heroes are they're good late game. They're good late game heroes, and like I banned these two because Lone Druid gets countered by Witch Doctor, so I thought, oh, they've got to counter for him if they pick him up. It's kind of problematic. But also Faceless Void because of obviously the natural synchronism. I think this ban, I don't know if it's necessary anymore. I think we've learnt a little bit how to deal with Lone Druid. You just got to push hard, and you got to have heroes who can kill the bear. Like, you got to be able to kite the bear and make him waste his cooldowns. You know, and like you kill that bear, like basically kill the bear. The Lone Druid's a lot less useful. So just fast forward a bit so we can get through this quickly because I want it to be a short video. Shadowfiend third pick. I don't know. Honestly, my reasoning here, like, I can't say for sure what the point of this is. Like, see, the point, a lot of the things that are wrong with this draft is we don't have, I didn't, when I picked certain heroes like Earthshaker and Shadowfiend, I didn't have objectives in mind. I didn't have very clear, a very clear plan, right? I didn't have a clear plan, and that's problematic. You know, in being critical of my bans, you know, I don't know, like, I'm just trying to be self-critical here, and I mean, I'd love to hear your comments and stuff, etc. Write them down in the YouTube video or PM them to me or whatever. But they pick up Venge. You know, he's a good complementary support. You know, this plus this is easy kills on whoever. I mean, the swap means if you can Echo Slam solo targets, then you can be defensive about it. Good roamer. And then, because we pick up, I mean, Shadowfiend, we pick up Timbersaw, so like we've got all this right click and this aura, but then we've got like these two range cores, but then like this support who, you know, and these two melee heroes, and I mean, they see the weakness in that we're burstable, and like Shadowfiend is he's kind of right click, he's a lot of right click, like late game hero now, and like what I didn't consider is like he's gonna need a lot of farm and a lot of space, and these heroes aren't really space creators. I mean, Timbersaw kind of is, but Earthshaker certainly isn't. I don't think he's a huge space creator because his roams are so. I mean, I'm not very good on the roams with Earthshaker, but they can be good. I don't deny that, but they I don't know. Like, see what I mean? Like the fact that I can't clearly define the strategy and why we picked up all of these heroes. Like, why do we pick this and why do we pick this? Like, this is problematic, but like I can see that already their combination of spells and heroes counters us, because like Zeus has the laning advantage, I think, and the burst to deal with this hero, 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 and like I didn't think about, oh yeah, the blinks are gonna be, you know, I just like focusing on those Witch Doctor and Gyrocopter picks so hard with the bans, didn't even see this coming, and I didn't adjust to. I mean, I picked two cores here. Like, picking supports first, I think, is generally a better idea than picking them last. Like, we save our last pick for a Jakiro support, but it just means that our cores are like, unless we can like actually unless we can find strong counters in the core picks and know that like, hey, we should pick this up, then like I think picking the cores first is generally not the best idea. So I mean, we lost this game, and it was really hard because actually I was actually tired. I was really tired, and I mean, that's just an excuse, but I don't think making excuses is conducive to much. So in the future, talking about my goals in the future, I want to be able to improve at drafting so that we can really capitalize on our playstyle. And I think generally our playstyle is to be very active on the map and roamy with the supports. I think we do better with aggressive lineups than we do with defensive lineups. And see, when we pick these two heroes first, it's like, they both need farm to be effective. Like, their spells in team fights are a little bit limited, especially running into a Gyrocopter and Zeus, and like against this lineup, Shadowfiend's gonna need a BKB, and like Timbersaw, like I think he was really the only hero who we didn't need much farm on to do a lot, and the thing is, everything else was like we were forced to sit back, kind of like looking at this lineup now. It's like, well, can we go aggressive? Not really. Can we push towers? Not really. There's a pudge, you know, like the goal, like the directive becomes, because of our limitations, oh, we have to sit back and farm all these core items. But then, like, that's not really like us, you know. Like Vivern, I think we play to set the pace and to take towers and take control of games and go for kills. And I think that's, you know, this was a lineup that we don't especially thrive on. So in future, I want to pick more versatile heroes first, prioritize picking supports over cores, and have a direct goal in mind. Have our playstyle in mind always when we're picking and drafting, and try always to draft with a good strategy in mind. Like this strategy was all over the place. It wasn't very clear at all. Anyway, thanks guys for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and you know, there's a little bit of me talking shit about myself. You know, like, please, if you liked the video, hit the like button. It was pretty depressing, I think, but anyway, I'm gonna continue producing stuff and put it out in the future. Yeah, let me know what you guys want to see, and I'll try and put it out. Thanks for watching, and see you in the future.